Okay, so in this set, we have these information given to us. An old woman had the following assets: 70 lakh in bank deposits, one house worth rupees 50 lakhs, three flats each worth rupees 30 lakhs, so that's a 90 lakh total. Certain number of gold coins, each worth rupees 1 lakh. So we don't know how many gold coins are there, uh, but each are costing 1 lakh, each are worth rupees 1 lakh. So she wanted to distribute her assets among her three children, Nita, Sita, and Geeta. The house, any of the flats, or any of the coins were not to be split. Okay, so I mean, the house and flat is okay. I understand that's pretty obvious anyhow. So you cannot split the amount. So whoever gets the 50 lakh gets the 50 lakh together, and the three flats can go separately, but then you have to distribute it as 30, 30, 30, or combinations of them. And about the gold coins, so that is indirectly telling me that whatever be the amount, that will be an integral value. So because it's a 1 lakh worth, whatever be the number of gold coins, because everything else is also an integral lakh. So if I consider everything in lakhs, so it all the distribution will be integer amount. So okay, so I can keep a note of this. So integer amounts are to be distributed in lakhs. So I'll distribute it accordingly. All right. Now, yeah, so that has been explained. That is, the house went entirely to one child, a flat went to one child. So something like that. Similarly, a gold coin went to one child. Okay. Not that all the flats went to a single child, not that all the gold coins went to a single child, but one flat goes to one child. Anyhow, among the three, Nita received the least amount in bank deposits, while Geeta received the highest. Okay, so in bank deposit, so let me draw a matrix here. So if I start like this, so bank deposits, then you have the house, then you have the flats and the gold coins. So if I go like this, I need to distribute the amounts to Nita, Sita, and Geeta. So there will be a total in both the cases, total of this as well as the total amount received by each of the grandchildren. So among the three, Nita received the least amount in bank deposit. So this will be the minimum value, and this will be the maximum value. So these are a couple of things that we know about the bank deposits. And the bank deposit total is known to us, 70 lakhs. The house is worth rupees 50 lakhs. This is one house, goes holistically. So I'll just write it like this. And then there is three flats, each worth rupees 30 lakhs. So 3 cross 30 or something. Great. So the flat will be also separated as 30, 30, 30, whatever. The gold coins are not known to us, so this is something unknown. So let me leave that blank. Okay, so now the next point, it says the value of the assets were distributed equally among the children, as were the gold coins. Okay, so from this perspective, I can straight away eliminate the gold coins itself, because if I consider this as X, X, and X, this X, this X, this X will be part of the total anyhow. So the remaining asset value that is distributed to each of the children should also be equal. So effectively, let me ignore the gold coins as of now, and let me try and distribute the remaining part of the asset. So let me ignore this. So I'll just cross this out as of now. If I require, I'll bring it back. So let me distribute the remaining amount. So what are the remaining amounts? So we have 90 here, 50 here, 140 plus 70, 210. So that automatically tells me that we have to distribute 70 each. Now, understand the 70 distribution that I'm talking about is of the bank deposits, bank deposits, house, and flat. So these three columns, the distribution is 70 lakhs. I'm ignoring the gold completely. What else do I know? So I know that there's somebody who will get the house worth rupees 50 lakh. So whoever gets the house worth rupees 50 lakh now cannot get any flat, because if that person receives a flat, then you get a 50 plus a 30, which is more than the 70. That is not allowed. So whoever gets the house, so let me write it here. This integer amount thing is not required anymore. So I'll just take this off. I'll write the cases up top. So if somebody gets the house 50, the flat part will be 0. And in order to make this total 70, the 20 has to come from the bank deposits. This is pretty obvious. So indirectly, what we know is there is one person who gets 0 in this column, and we need to distribute 90. So this 90 cannot go directly to any one individual because the total is 70. So the distribution of the flat should be 30 and 60 in terms of value. So somebody gets a couple of flats and somebody gets one flat. Whoever gets a 30, now the house is gone, so both of these people get a 0 in the house column. So with the 30, you need a 40 to get 70, and with the 60, you need a 10. So this can be distributed straight away. So I know that this is minimum in bank deposit, this is maximum in bank deposit. So this minimum gets 10, this is 0, this is 60. The 40 is the maximum, so 40 comes here. There's a 0 again, and this is a 30. And obviously this is 20, 50, and 0. So this is pretty much done. So that is the set. Now let's check the questions. Right. So if you look at the first two questions, so first question is asking for how much did Sita receive in bank deposits in lakhs of rupees. So Sita is receiving 20 in bank deposits. So that is the answer here. Option C. And second question is asking how many flats did Nita receive. So Nita receives 60 in the flats department. So that's a couple of flats. Each is what, 30 lakhs. So the answer here should be 2. Let's check the next questions. Okay, so for question number 3, it says the value of the assets distributed among Nita, Sita, and Geeta was in the ratio 1:2:3, while gold coins were distributed among them in the ratio 2:3:4. So this changes the table because earlier we had equal distribution in the assets. Now, at this very moment, I'd like to point something out. This is exactly what I did when I was solving this paper in CAT. This is the slot I took in 2017. As soon as I looked at this question, I checked the next question as well. So I was just looking for whether there are a couple of changes in each of the. There is one. Each of the questions has a change individually. So, but that was not the case. If you look the premise for 3 and 4, because here in this recording you'll find both of these questions one after the other in the same bit. But in CAT, the questions of the sets will be on separate pages. You have to go next and come back and stuff. But if you just briefly read the premise, you'll understand that there is no change in the premise. So now we are confident to draw a new table, but we have to draw a new table. So let's draw that now. So I'll just take this off. Okay, so this is the table that we're going to work with again. This has to be done separately. It says the value of the assets were distributed among Nita, Sita, Geeta are in the ratio 1:2:3. So the value of the asset means the total asset. So this, and this are in the ratio 1:2:3. So let me just point that out somehow. So I'll just write it in some small squares just to indicate that these are not in actual values, but then that is a relationship or something. So these three are in the ratio 1:2:3. And the gold coins, now the gold coins will be in the picture. So the gold coins were distributed in the ratio 2:3:4. So these three are distributed in the ratio 2:3:4. One child got all the 3 flats and she did not get the house. Okay. And one child other than Geeta got rupees 30 lakh in bank deposit. So there will be somebody getting 30 here. I don't know who. But what we know is, we also know that somebody gets all the 3 flats and she did not get the house. So I don't want to point it out separately, but what I'm going to do is, we know we have to take the totals of the columns, the totals that we know, that is the bank deposit, house, and flat. So if you remember the premise, there are 70 lakhs in bank deposit. There is one house of 50 lakh, the same way I indicated in the previous case. In case of flat, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write it as 190. So this 90 will go together. One child gets all the 3 flats, right? What we don't know is the gold coins. Now the gold coins are going to impact the total as well, right? So I'm trying to figure out the total what it could be. So let me explain this in this way. This value, whatever it is, has to be a multiple of 6 because of this ratio. This 1 is to 2 is to 3. So you can understand this by taking some variables as well. So if you take this as k, 2k, and 3k, the total, I hope now you can see it, is 6k. So it has to be a multiple of 6, right? Remember that integer distribution idea. So this is some multiple of 6. Similarly, the gold coins will be a multiple of 9. I can see that because 2, 3, 4, same idea. 2 plus 3 plus 4, so that is 9. Again, the gold coins also have to be distributed in integral value. So this is a multiple of 9. So let me write it in this way. And this is a multiple of 6. So there are a couple of things that I know. Now, what about the rest of it? So we know already from the previous, while we were solving the previous two questions, the original premise that is, this adds up to 210, right? So this 210 I find is already a multiple of 6. So if the 210 is a multiple of 6, then the gold coins total should also be a multiple of 6, right? Because this is a multiple of 6. Only when added to a multiple of 6 can give us a multiple of 6, right? So effectively, this gold coin number should be a multiple of 6 as well. Now, I hope you know this. If a number is a multiple of 9 and a multiple of 6, it automatically means it's a multiple of the LCM of 9 and 6, which is 18. So I can just take this off and rewrite it as the gold coins will be definitely a multiple of 18. Now, if I quickly go through the options, all the options are in multiples of 18. So that is not helping me at all. So let us take some variables to understand this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to assume that there are 18n number of gold coins. So if that is 18n, now if you're good with scaling ideas, you can do this part very quickly. You can check that this 2, 3, 4 adds up to 9 parts. So I have to scale the 9 parts to 18n. So effectively, I have to double and then put in an n, something like that. So I need to multiply 2n basically. So this becomes 4n, this becomes 6n, and this becomes what is that? You can just subtract everything or 4 into 2n, whichever you prefer. So 8n. Now, same thing I could have done with multiple of 6, but I know the total now, right? The total is 210 plus this 18n, isn't it? So this is pretty easy. Now this total is 6 parts, out of which this is 1 part, this is 2 part, and this is 3 part. So let me distribute in this way. 3 part out of 6 part is effectively half, right? So this is half of it. So I can directly put half of 210 and half of 18n. So this is what we have. This is 1/3 of 6. 2 is 1/3 of 6. So 1/3 of this is 70 and 6n. And finally, whatever is left out, or you can take 1/6. I would prefer 1/6 in this case. So 1/6, that is what I meant. So 1/6 of 210, so that is 35, and 1/6 of 18n, which is 3n. So this is what we have, right? Now let us walk around with this. So I'm just taking these extra things off. This is not required anymore. So these are something that we are working with. Additionally, what we know is that somebody gets 30 in the bank deposits, right? Who is not Geeta, by the way. That was not Geeta. So I don't know who this is, but definitely this is not Geeta. So I use this sign for not. So this is not Geeta. Anybody else can get this. And we know that somebody gets this 90, right? Now, who could get this 90? If I look at the total, or let us compare the total here. If I look at this value, this is 105 plus 9n. This is 8n. So for these three together, I would have something like 105 plus n, the three combined. But I don't know the value of n, so I can't comment on this. So let me skip this row as of now. Let us look at the second row. This is 6n, 70 plus 6n. This is 6n. So this total, must be 70, right? So this total has to be 70 combined. So this is a good thing. The good thing is I know that the flat column has to be 0 because the 90 cannot go here because the three of these are adding up to 70. So this has to be 0, right? So we can put the 0 here. But what else? Can I comment on the house thing as of now? Um, Actually not, right? Let us not focus on the house because it could be that 50 goes here. Yeah, obviously this 50 has to go here, right? Because if not, I mean, think about it. I mean, this is 0, right? These two now should add up to the 70 if you remember that part. So this is 6n goes off. So you're left with this 70, isn't it? So this is this plus these three, out of which this is 0. So obviously these two should be adding up to 70. Now, if this is 70 alone, I mean, think about it. I mean, house part is also 0. Then this has to be 70, right? So if this is 70 alone, all the bank deposit goes here. So then who gets the 30? Somebody has to get a 30, right? So this Sita person should be getting 50, which implies this is 20. Okay. So the only person who can get the 30 is this person, Neeta, right? So this is done because Geeta cannot take up 30. So we can take off this information. And then we also know this is 20. And because the house is already taken up, so this has to be 0, this has to be 0. Now, where does this 90 go? Now, same thing, there's only one row that we have not analyzed. So that is the Neeta row. Let us do that. So this Neeta row, the total here is 35 plus 3n, and this is 4n. So the total is 35 plus 3n, and this itself is 4n. This has to be the sum of these three. So let me just take this part off. The sum of these three columns plus this 4n must be this, right? Which is not possible if this is 90 here. I mean, this is already a 30 here. If there is a 90 here as well, so this is already more than this part, right? I mean, this thing is 120 and this is 4n. I mean, 120 is more. Just compare the constant separately and variable separately, or you can just evaluate and you'll get the n as negative, which is not possible. But in this case, this is faster actually. You can evaluate the constant separately and the variables separately. So the constant part is greater on this side, 120 is greater than 35, as well as the 4n is greater than 3n. So that is not possible. Both of those cannot be greater, right? So we can conclude that Neeta doesn't get the 90. If Neeta gets the 90, that is very silly, right? I mean, you cannot have n negative. So we can put a 0 here. So it implies that Geeta gets the 90. So this is done. The only thing left is to find the n. I cannot find n from the Sita column because if you remember, the 6 and 6n is directly tallying. So I can work it with any of the other, I believe. So let's work it with Neeta. So Neeta's column, this total is 30 plus 4n. And this total is 35 plus 3n. So that is the grand total, right? So this total should be equal to this total, which implies that, yeah, if you evaluate, you get n is equal to 5. So you get the value of n as 5, which gives us this answer. Looking for how many gold coins did the old woman have. The old woman has 18n, where n is 5, so that is 90. And the question number 4 is asking for the value of the assets distributed among Neeta. Oh, sorry, that is the same premise. I was reading this again. So the question is this: how much did Sita get in bank deposits? So Sita gets again 20 in the bank deposit. So that is the answer for this question. So I believe this was understood. It's very simple set. So let's get into the analysis now. Okay, so in this I hope you understood that the first two questions for this set was pretty easy, right? I mean, if you are very good with, I mean, if you are even decent in number distribution, you can solve it very fast. You don't need too much of analysis. If you are good in analysis, you can solve the first two questions very, very quickly. I don't exactly remember, but maybe I solved the first two questions in the an actual paper in some three and a half minutes or something. So the first two questions are solved pretty quickly. The next two questions you have to reevaluate and recalculate. So I would say the set level of difficulty wise, it's easy. But the solving time wise, I mean, because of that next version, you have to redraw the entire table again. So I would say the ideal time to solve the set would be somewhere in the range of 6 to 7 minutes. So I would not put in a very wide range. This should be ideally a similar amount of time for everyone who is attempting the set, until unless you fall for a trap or something. Maybe with you're confused with the certain number of gold coins, you start pondering on that part too much. If this information was very crucial, right? This The value of assets were distributed equally as well as the gold coin. So if you understand this information correctly, so as were the gold coins, so they were also equally distributed as along with the assets. So for the first part, the gold coins becomes irrelevant. So we don't care. I mean, whatever be the number of gold coins, it doesn't really matter. So that part, if you got very quickly, then you could have solved this very fast. Apart from that, there is nothing much to discuss. So I'll stop the analysis now. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.